Hello, my name is ZHENIA, and today I want to try something new, something different. Usually I paint. I paint digitally, I paint traditionally, I paint with acrylic paint on like my little handmade canvases, but today I'm gonna be trying, you guessed it, sculpting. And usually when I paint, I don't plan anything, I just go all in, no plan, just put some paint on my paper, on my canvas, and just do whatever. But sculpting gave me an understanding that I should actually try to plan a little bit. So I have a little plan. It wouldn't be really fair to say that I've never tried sculpting before, because of course we did tiniest little bit in university, but it doesn't count because it was during COVID and we did sculptures out of trash. It was literally trash. It was so bad. I didn't learn anything. I didn't try I didn't do anything good. And so today I bought some clay. It's air drying clay. I don't really know a lot about materials, but I heard that when it dries, it shrinks. So, does it matter? I don't know. I also know from internet that before like starting the whole thing, you shouldn't put like a huge blob of clay on whatever you're working. You should put foil. So I also bought foil, and I'm gonna do this sculpture painting. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but you know what? Even I don't know what. What you know what. You're welcome to join me in this process of discovery. By no means it's not a tutorial. It is not a tutorial. It 100% what it is not a tutorial. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't want to research. I want to discover everything on my own. Every aspect that's gonna fail, it's gonna be on me. So I'm not here to teach you, but I'm here to try. I know that you want to see all the magic up close, so I'm gonna take you with me. Hello, hello, hello. So this is the voice over ZHENIA here. I'm going to describe you what I'm doing, what my thoughts were in the process, what was going on. And as you can see, I am drawing right now. I told you it's going to be a portrait. I think I told you that it's going to be a portrait. Well, if I didn't, it is going to be a portrait. And here I am doing the outlines of the whole thing that I want to do. And right now, as a reflection of the whole piece, I want to say that I wish I went bigger. I wish I went much, much bigger. I wish the face was the size of the canvas. Because right now, as you can see, it's only like half, maybe, like the face itself. And I wish I went much bigger, because sculpting tiny little details was not that much fun. I wish it was much more fun, but it wasn't much fun. And I couldn't really sculpt tiny little details in the ear, which I'm gonna complain about later. And I couldn't really sculpt an eye, but then I changed my mind about the eye, so, and here I'm starting to form my foil. Not gonna lie, it was quite stressful because it was I did not know what I was doing. I'm ripping my foil, I put it in a little bowl, I'm like, okay. Something is going on, something is shaping up. Should I press it tighter, or is the way I'm pressing it already all right? I didn't know that, and I still don't know. And so, step by step, I'm forming the foil, I'm put it in the shape I like. See, here I'm thinking, okay, so this is the vision, this is the head, this is the shoulders, but how do I connect them? And so I connect them, and you can also see the carnage of the foil. Nothing goes to waste. I put it all inside of this huge sheet of foil, and I wrap it up, and it was actually it was quite a nice process because the foil is very soft. It bends very softly under the touch, so it was quite a nice process. But I didn't really know if what I built was enough. But also seeing it shape up under my fingers was quite satisfying. So here I'm pressing, here I'm stressing that I'm not pressing good enough, but I'm also trying to see in my imagination whether it's good enough or not. I'm putting it down on the canvas to see, yeah, needs a bit more. But also I didn't want to put too much because then I didn't want the foil to peek through the, the clay. Pressing. Yeah, I think, see? Very nice shape. I did not put the ears out of the foil in there. I could not figure that out. So, but I'm gonna sculpt them later out of clay and it's gonna be fine. And I also didn't really know how to attach it to the canvas. And I decided to use my trusty little old pink, fabulous glue gun. As you can see. And I don't know if it was the right choice, but it did its job. I asked it, hey, glue gun, please do your job. Please attach one thing to another thing. And then it was, yeah, all right, I'm gonna do it. So it worked great. Everything stuck. I didn't need to readjust anything. It is in there. And you know what? In the end, it is still all in one piece. So I'm gonna say it worked wonderfully. And also I decided to put all the glue around the perimeter of the whole sculpture. Just in case, just to be safe, just as a security, as a safety measure. But you know what? I look at it right now. It's all right. It's great. It is wonderful. I'm gripping it so tight. It's not gonna run away. See, it's stuck. Great. ZHENIA, I think it's enough glue. Yeah, but I was really worried that it's gonna just come apart. But I think it's a solid base. Now that I'm thinking of it, maybe I should have put a little bit more foil for the hair. But to be honest, I didn't really have that solid of an idea of the hair. So, you know what? It all turned out fine. Do I sound like I'm I'm really confident about all that I did? But as I said, I'm trying something new. Okay, so now the fun part. Now I'm trying out the plaster. I really didn't know what I was supposed to do with it. I really didn't know. So I was like, should I warm it up a little bit in my hands? Okay, I'm gonna warm it up a little bit in my hands. And then I'm gonna put it, and I didn't put it right on the foil. For some reason I put it on the side of the canvas. And I was sitting there like, okay, this is the testing ground. Okay, I'm gonna put it here just to see how it's gonna stick. It stuck wonderfully, but I don't know why I put it there. There was no point to put it there. But you know what? It didn't dry in 5 minutes, like acrylic paint. It dried in 24 hours. I believe fully dried. And so if I didn't really like it, I could move it away from there. So it's quite a forgiving process, I would say. So here I'm sticking it on the foil itself, and it stuck wonderfully. Not gonna lie, I was a bit worried that it's not gonna stick to the foil, but it was great. It was wonderful. And I really liked the clay. It was quite nice, quite sticky, very, it, it didn't take much force to change the shape of it all. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna just cover the whole foil up. And that's what I'm doing. That's literally what I'm doing right now. I was also a tiniest little bit worried that I'm not gonna be, that at the same time I was worried that it's not gonna be enough clay. And at the same time I was worried that I will have clay leftovers, and I really didn't want to have clay leftovers because I would not know where to put them. I would not. Blah, blah, blah. I would not know how to use them, where to put them, so they wouldn't dry. So I would. I really do not like wasting materials. I use all the trash in the world that I have left over from other projects. I use my old clothes for like texture for my canvases. So wasting materials is not my style. I really do not like it. So I really was very cautious about using the whole slope of clay. But as you can see, I'm very successful at covering it all up. Also, you will see later that I'm religiously covering it up with water. I think I'm gonna talk about it later, but I honestly do not remember. This is the voiceover, ZHENIA. Remember, this is not me in the moment. This is me after. It's actually like a week later. I'm gonna disclose all of my information right now. I'm recording this a week later because I'm not really good at editing videos on time. And so I don't remember if I'm gonna talk about it, but I was watering it religiously. I was really, really scared and worried that it's gonna dry up on me in that moment. In the comments of this clay, people were saying, I just started working with it and it's already all dry. And I was like, oh no, I made a huge mistake of ordering this clay. But you know what? I don't know what those people did. Maybe they were just silly. Oh, I'm already sculpting the nose. Anyway, I'm gonna finish the previous thought. It was okay. It was okay. It waited for me and I sculpted just fine. But I already formed the eye. What's that called? The eye place and also the nose. The nose. It's already there. If only you knew. If only you freaking knew how many times I accidentally smashed that nose with my hand. I'm just sitting there, sculpting, and then one bad movement of my hand, and bam, I smashed the nose of my sculpture. The left nose, not the right nose. There are two noses, deal with it. And so many times. I feel like I did it 5 times, and each time I was like, oh no, my nose. Well, not my nose, but my nose. I felt really bad for the nose each time. And yeah, not a really great filming skills, but to be honest, I did not pay much attention to like filming. It was just, the camera was just there, and I really wanted to pay my fullest attention to the sculpting. And that's what I did. I'm sculpting the ears. I'm sculpting the tiniest little ears. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself. I wish I went bigger. I wish this whole face was the size of the canvas. I wish I really focused on the face. I don't know why I decided to put shoulders in there or the neck. I wish it didn't really even had a neck. But you know what? I did what I did. The universe or whatever spoke to me and said, give this sculpture the face, the neck, and the shoulders. And I was like, okay. Who am I to question the universe? And right now I'm adding some slopes of clay. Is this called slopes of clay? Well, I'm gonna call it that. To resemble the hair. Honestly, I did not know what to do for the hair. You know, I saw a lot of sculptures in museums and I saw how they shape the hair, and I just saw it's just Zhenya, please start talking like a normal human in English. Alright, so usually you see in the sculptures in those museums that it's just, you know, chunks, also a very good word, of clay, and then it's shaped like tiny curls. But you know what? Do you need with your own hands a tiniest little bit harder, I would say. Oh, I already added tips. I should pay attention to my own video. I already added little tips. I kind of wanted to make some kind of lips, but it wasn't. I was like, why? If adding tips would be much more fun. So, as you can see, adding the hair, and it honestly looks very bad right now, but in the future you will see that I found the very best tool to change that. The tool is just wonderful. And also, as you can see, I took a brush because on the internet I saw many, like, you know, processes about you know, trying and smoothing it all with the brush, and I wanted to try that. But I chose the wrong brush and it looked like shit. It just started moving the clay around, and I really did not like that. So I very quickly abandoned that idea, that brush also. But later you will see that I'm doing something with a little brush again. And at that time I chose the right kind of brush, and it went much better. It actually smoothed things out. So as you can see, something is shaping up. Very nice brow bone. And this hair is... It was a little bit of struggle, but not that much. You know what? I had fun. It was really nice process. I would do sculpture again. The only problem is I have nowhere to store it, so it will just stand here and collect dust on me. And then I will have to move. And I will have to move my sculptures, and they're fucking... Oh, sorry. Am I allowed? I am allowed. They are heavy. This sculpture, and I will talk about it later, I believe, it is 500 grams. Well, you know what, it's not that heavy, but I expected it to be lighter, even though I used the whole 500 grams of clay. The math was not mathing this day, but you know what, it doesn't matter. Ooh, look at this. Also, look at my hands. Very, very covered with clay. At this point, I decided to stop for a tiniest little bit and wash my hands, because the dried clay on my hands started transferring to the sculpture. So tiniest little chunks of clay started transferring to the wet clay, and I did not like that look, because it looked like dry skin that's flaking off a person. So I decided to wash my hands and start working again. And here, finally, I was waiting for this moment to show you my trusted little tool that I worked with on my hair. And it is a plastic fork. Wonderful, wonderful tool for texture. Honestly, I was sitting there thinking, how do I make this sculpture alive? I looked around myself. I see brushes. I see a glue gun. No, it's not it. I need to find something special for my tiny little sculpture. And I saw this plastic fork, and fireworks lit up my brain. And I was like, yes, that is it. And also you can see my very wonderful tool here. Beautiful, beautiful. And when I saw that plastic fork, yeah, it was a fork, I was like, yay! I couldn't come up with more celebratory word there. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Ooh. And here you can see me Working hard or hardly working, am I right? But also this wonderful posture of a shrimp, I would say. But you know what? I like to work very close to my artworks, and I don't care that I have a posture of a shrimp here. The art is more important, obviously. Okay, so okay, again, spritzing, spritzing, spritzing. I made a puddle on my table because I didn't want to put more water on the sculpture. So I wanted to add it little bit by little bit. So I put some on my table. It created this puddle, this ocean on my table. And then I put it on my sculpture to smooth a couple of things out. Also, it looks like I'm left-handed in this footage. I am not. I'm actually just your right-handed. It's boring. But, you know, the footage on the phone is mirrored, blah, blah, so I'm not left-handed. But look at that little, how do I sit like this? Well, it's comfy. You know what? It is very, very comfy. I also bought this light that's on top of the sculpture specifically to work on things. And it's wonderful. I love that light. It is so good. It makes my day brighter, you know? Oh, yeah. Nice. We can see what you're working on, darling. Very nice footage right there. Oh, I love this shirt. This shirt is very nice. And it's also, you know, my favorite color. Guys, did you know that my favorite color is red? Well, I'm letting you know. Here, oh, yeah, again, with that wonderful pose. Here, I chose the red brush. Yeah. And something clicked, and I was like, yeah, I should smooth the face a little bit out with my trusty little brush. It's just synthetic. I think I bought it. It's like some variation of a dollar store where everything is cheap as fuck. You know what? One advice that I would give you in this video is that go cheap on brushes, like buy the most synthetic ones, but go good and expensive on paper if you work on paper, or go like more or less good on paints, because if you want your paintings to be to have this, you know, if you want your paintings to live long for like 100 years, you have to buy good paint that is not gonna disappear because it's exposed to light. Paint can do that sometimes. Here's what I did today. I don't know, I feel like it took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So as you can see, it's a portrait. I am a portrait lover, and here it is. I decided to not sculpt a realistic eye, because I think it's... Will I... focus, please. Okay, because I just decided not to. 2 noses, no mouth, but several teeth. And also look at this texture. Look at this texture. I did it with... oh, damn. I did it with my trusty plastic knife. It's really good. Also, I used my no, not this one. This one. Very textured brush for some tinier spots. It also brings out some texture. Can you see it? Damn shaky footage. No, not really. But it's also a little bit dark. I plan on buying another light, but maybe this one is gonna be a little bit dark and moody. I mean, the video. I did use all of my clay, as I said. And I did... what do I want to say? I wanted to talk about lessons learned, what I liked, what I didn't like, how I feel right now. What I liked. I like getting my hands dirty, if you know what I mean. I like working with my hands. I like painting with my fingers, so sculpting is just a nice little treat. I do feel like I'm lacking in, right amount of volume and right amount of clay in different parts. But it's gonna solve itself with practice. So it's gonna be fine. Well, if I continue doing sculpting, but I do want to make 2 more sculptures. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna. Excuse me, I just pooped you on my nose. What was I saying? After it dries, I really want to paint it, of course, and maybe add some more texture with some other materials, not necessarily clay. Maybe I want to use some of my buttons that I have, and I'm just gonna glue it to the surface. Maybe I want to use some cloth that I have. I just want to make it really heavily textured, really just volume all the way. Very important news, by the way, from my life that I want to share with the whole world is that, guys, I survived a crash. Yay! The sky is blue again, and I feel happiness and summer, and everything is gonna be okay, Because I had this crush on this person and I felt miserable. And I was walking around, and now I can literally feel it fading away. And I don't feel anything about them anymore. And the air smells nice again. I feel a little pop in my step, and it's just so good. It's so good that it's gone. Yes. So, yeah, you can congratulate me in the comments. Alright. So, next time you will see me, I'm gonna be wearing probably different clothes, different face, and we're gonna be doing something different. And also, I hope I didn't fuck up the introduction, because I don't know if you can hear by the voice, but I was really nervous, and I'm always really nervous to start. So I was literally sitting there breathing really heavily. But we'll see. Does the sound change when I do this? Does it change? Do you feel like a fly flying around me? Ooh. Did you feel like a fly? Please, did you feel like a fly? Don't lie to me, please, be honest. Okay. Also, look at my genius setup. It's okay. It's my... Wait, you didn't see anything. You did not see anything right now. Don't look at it. Was it hard to not look at it? Okay. Is there anything else I want to yap about? No. Okay. And I decided to record this sexy little close-up shot of all the textures, and it's still, as you can see, quite wet. But look at that, look at what that magical fork can do. Damn. Beautiful. Look at all that texture. Hello again. I kinda so many things happening. Let me gather it in my head. I have a new light. I don't know where to put it yet. Do we like it? Do we hate it? When it's right here. I feel like the previous lighting was much more dramatic. And also with this light you can see my background that I didn't really wanted you to see. But now at least I'm not in the basement being held hostage and being made to film videos, you know, because I feel like most of the time my videos look quite dark, and my live streams too. It's been 40 hours from like the last thing you saw, and or maybe I can make it different color. Drama. Maybe I wanted blue, but this is just dramatic. Is it me? Is it me? Is it the one? I'm gonna leave it like this right now. I don't know if it's... how do I feel about this? I don't know yet. So it's been about 40 hours since I finished, since the footage you saw last. And it's been drying. So I want to show you what happened to it. Nothing dramatic, nothing like... I'm describing it like something exploded. No, nothing really dramatic happened, but it did shrink. Let me show you closer. Can I show it right like this? Like this? Maybe like this? Can you see anything? That's a pretty contrast. That's a pretty lighting. Damn, that's really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna show it like this. Right. You'll see in later footage that I will take from up close. It did shrink a little bit. This is some sort of me trying to talk in the microphone. Mission impossible. This is canvas. This is cardboard canvas. It's called that. It's probably made out of very, very thick, very, very nice cardboard. And I bought it specifically for this sculpture. And so it, in this space, can you see it here? It kind of took some of the canvas off the cardboard because it shrank when it dried. So, but I don't think that's... Yeah, because it dried completely, it's not flopping anywhere, it's not sliding anywhere, it's just there, very secured in one place. I can see some tears and caps that it made. But I think it's okay. I feel like maybe I can put something inside and it will cover up the cracks. What's it called? It's like the white thing that you put in holes in the walls. I have no idea what's it called in English. Sue me. And so, yeah, I'm gonna put it in the holes. I'm gonna do something. I said earlier that I wanted to put some cloth on it. I don't know if it's true for me yet. I really wanted to finish this today, but I don't think that I'm going to. Maybe I will. Maybe I don't want to put the thing in the holes. Maybe I'll just cover it with some acrylic paint. Will this take the acrylic paint nicely? I don't know. But, you know, I'm figuring it out. I don't know the answers, and it's fine. I want to see other colors of the light. Is it even more blue? Drama. I mean, if this was white... I'm not mad at this. I'm really not mad at this. My hair do not want to behave today. Also, no makeup today because my eyes been hurting like crazy these past couple of days. I don't know why, I don't know what happened to them, I don't know why they're acting up, but they're being little bitches and they hurt like hell. And I feel like maybe it's allergies, maybe it's just some weird combination of allergies, migraines, and just general exhaustion. But you know what? I feel like because I have a pure heart and a good intentions in life, that it's gonna go away by itself at some point. Because it usually does. It's not my first rodeo. And so I'm not gonna go to the doctor for this bullshit. I do strongly feel like it's gonna go away by itself. I'm not making the rules. And I'm gonna be just fine. So, damn, look at me. What in the curtains? Um, please, please. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it anymore. So yeah, my eyes hurt like hell, but it's never gonna stop me from making art. Okay, let's paint. Come on, let's paint. Join me at the table. Come on. Well, thank you for joining me. I decided to start as I usually start, with just laying something down, just putting some color down. Nothing extraordinary. But also, who would have known that it would take so much paint and so much time? Usually, when you cover the canvas, it's just flat, so it's really quick. But here, I had to put all the paint on all the crevices. And I did not anticipate that it would take so much attention and time. I was baffled. I was surprised. I was bamboozled. But also it was quite a nice process, so who am I to complain? I'm just painting over here. Painting, 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 painting. That canvas got a little bit loose and it's literally not attached to the thing over there. But what I also think is that I'm gonna glue something on top. I'm gonna I'm gonna put some acrylic paint on top and I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff to it. So it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be attached by other means. Maybe not to the cardboard itself, but it will be interconnected with the whole piece. So it's not gonna fall apart. That's what I want to. In the end of the in the end of the day, it's not gonna fall apart because it's gonna be interconnected with other pieces. Very nice blue. Very nice blue, especially in this like light and footage. Very, very nice. Damn, I love painting. I don't know if you know that about me, but I love painting, and also acrylic paint is it it dries so fast. I don't have to worry about it ever. It's the best. Look at that brushwork. Am I a professional or what? And okay, at this stage, I noticed that the light overhead was giving crazy shadows on this sculpture. It was giving wild shadows. Do you see that? And so I decided to paint all the shadows that the light was casting. This decision was brilliant, honestly, because it just looks so dramatic. The blue that I chose for the shadows, it was so dramatic, it was so nice. Honestly, this was one of the most satisfying things to do, like, ever. If you can do that at some point, do that. I would do that all the time if I could. But also, painting those shadows on the thing gave me such a good understanding and like knowledge of the shadows on the form. It actually taught me things. And yeah, a very good, enjoyable process. I wish in some of those places the shadows were much like easier to see. But you know what? I could work with what I had, and everything worked out. Everything was wonderful. Look at that drama. Mama, look at that drama. Damn, even looking at this, I am looking at my footage right now, and it's so satisfying to look at. Not to toot my own horn. And all those little shadows in the hair, and all those little shadows cast by those little lumps. It was such a treat. This whole process was such a treat. I enjoyed it so much. It was just no thinking, just following the natural shadows that were cast by that light. Very nice angle. Can't see shit. I'm learning. I'm being patient with myself. And also, I hate the green now that I'm looking at it from my behind the scenes point of view. Me editing this, I hate the green. Not for me. The green screen is a good thing, but the green paint was made by the devil. Can you tell what my least favorite color is? I think I am hiding it pretty well. But yeah. And here I'm showing you what I had after first layer of acrylic paint. From the top, bottom, left, right, look at this, look at this. Do we like this slide? Do we like this setup? Hello. Not creepy at all. Very cinematography, very... I want to... Okay, I'm gonna record my outro like this. Is this... I don't care. This is the end of part 1. Because I realized that this sculpture will take much, much more time to finish. I was foolish when I thought that it's gonna take me, 3 days? No, ZHENIA. Are you fucking dumb? It would never... You would... No. You can't make a sculpture in 3 days. That's the lesson learned in this video. But, yeah. The way you saw it in the last video, that's the way it was. That's one layer of paint. But in the next video, at some point of my life, I am gonna record the rest of it and I am gonna finish it. Trust me. Please trust me. I feel like this is too dark. It was very artistic. I really liked it, but this is much better. And yeah, I want to say that, again, the end of part 1, there is going to be another at some point. At some mysterious point. Anyway, I have all the wonderful links in my bio. You have free will to check them out. Please like this video. I worked really hard on it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And also, very important, the most important thing I want to tell you is if you weren't creative today, go do something creative. Try something new. Try something old that you already know how to do. But do something with your skills, with your talents, with your hidden talents, maybe. But anyway, I hope you're all having the best day of your life. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.